Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy Afolabi. I'm back on the same video I want to show you how to make a ball by using a larger bead so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Why I'm doing this? Because this ball poses a lot of challenges to some beginner. They find it difficult to get the tricks in it, but once you get the tricks, you are good to go. So I'm here to show you how to build this, how to whip this ball by using a larger bead so that you'll be able to see it clearly what I've done in my previous video. If it is not clear, I think this one will be clearer. If there is a time also, I'm also going to show you another method you can use up to the stage of semicircle in the ball. So please follow me along. So this is the bead I'm going to use. This is the bead I'm going to use, and I'm going to use 0.50 monofilament fishing line because the bead is bigger and it's plastic bead. So we do the same thing. We're going to start. Let's put blue. Let's use different color for each step we take. Let's use different color so that it will be visible enough. It's the same process. So I'm going to put 5. Or you put 4, you cross with 1. Put 4 bead, cross with 1. Or put 5 and cross with the large bead. Whichever is okay for you. You can see it's bigger now. This is 5 beads. So now I'm going to reinforce. 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 And let the fishing line cross at the last bead. This way. So now I'm going to start. I'm going to build 5 bead on each of these ball in the base. So now I'm going to use different color. So let me use another color. This is my crossing bead. I'm going to use this color so that you'll be able to see it. Then for the 2 bead at the edge, let's use this color. This is the 2 bead at the edge. Then I'm going to cross with the same bead. Cross with the same bead. This way. You see, this is the ball. This is the bead I want to build 5 bead with. So I added 4. I'm crossing with these 2 bead. This is the 2 I added. This is the edge of the semicircle. So I continue. I connect to the next bead, the next blue on the base of the circle this way. Then now I'm going to be adding bead here. I'm going to be crossing with this fishing line. So I'm going to add 2 bead, 2 yellow, 2 light yellow, and cross with green. 2 light yellow and cross with green. This is the second circle. This is the first one. This is the second one. So I'm going to connect to the third blue on the base of my circle. This way. I'm going to add 2 to this fishing line. I'm going to cross here. Add 2 and cross with green. So I'm connecting to the 4th bead in the base. You can see the base remain 2. So I'm connecting to the next bead this way. And you use your fishing line that is next to the base to connect. So I'm going to add 2 yellow and cross with green. So remain the last bead in the base. The last bead. This is the last bead. This was where I'm coming from. This is the beginning of my bow, and this is the last bead, and this is where I am now presently. This is where my fishing line is. So I'm going to connect to the last bead, connect to where I started, and go up and come up this way. Going to enter the last bead, enter the bead where I started, so this is the 2 fishing line. Come up. So we have 4 beads in the fishing line. This is the last bead. This is where I'm coming from. This is where I added. So I'm going to cross with 2 beads that make up the edge. That's my yellow bead. So I'm done. This is the semicircle I talk about. This is the base, and these are the circle that I form. So if you look at each of these circles, you can see that there is a gap in between them. They are not connected. These two edge, in between the two edge, there's a gap. So I want to bridge the gap. So I'm going to take one from this edge and take one from the other edge this way. These 2 will be together, and so automatically, once you got the first setting, it's going to set automatically like that. So the two sets you are going to be picked out, they are going to be from each edge of the circle this way. So whichever way you choose to go, whether here or here, but you make sure that you continue to cross with the same crossing fishing line. So now let's introduce another color. So for the upper side, let's change the crossing. I'm going to change crossing to orange. Then I'm going to okay, let me put the crossing bead come first. So this is the crossing bead. Come first. So I have 2 beads. I need to add 3. So I'm going to put 1 bead and cross with yellow. this way. Can see it. This is the 2 bead. This is the first bead I put this one for the edge. I cross with orange. So this is where I'm going. So subsequently I'm going to connect to these 2 beads. 1, 2, 3. There will now be 3 beads in the fishing line this way. So I'm going to do like that until I get to the last 2 beads. This way. 1, 2, 3 in the fishing line. This is my fishing line. So I'm going to put blue here. I need 2 beads to complete 5 and cross with orange. The same way. I'm going to connect to the next 2 beads. Next 2 beads. Then I'm going to put blue, cross with orange. Continue the same way. Connect to the next 2 beads. Put blue. And cross with orange. Cross with orange. So now this is the last 2 beads. This is the last 2 beads. So I'm going to pass my fishing line here, here, and this is the beginning. This is where I started the circle. This is where I started after the semicircle. So I'm going to connect them together so that they can be together. I'm going to put my fishing line here, here, here. Come up. This is my fishing line now. Come up. This is it. I'm going to cross with blue. So I've crossed with blue. Just I've done the same way. I'm going to connect the edge together so that they can stick together. I'm going to pass the fishing line around in such a way that they will meet. Then I will tie a knot and put the knot inside for neat finishing. I'm going to pass the fishing line such a way that they will meet. Going to meet, and I'll tie a knot. I'll put the knot inside the bead. This way. You can see. And I'll cut off the excess fishing line. So here is it. So that is it for the ball. If you didn't get the first one, I think you'll be able to get this. This is the base. This is the base. So now for the pendants, how do I hang it? How do I get this hanger? S hook. I mentioned S hook. This is how I made my S hook. Depends on the bead you are highlighting. I put 2 colors, so I want to highlight the yellow. That is what I use to make the S hook. So you get your wire. You get your wire. You put your bead in your wire. You make sure that the edge of your wire is round, is smooth enough. So you now get your nose plier. You now make a loop. Just as I've said, you can bend it this way, it will be easy. Then you make a loop in the opposite direction. It's easier that way. Then for the other side, you just use your discretion. You cut. So you're going to make a loop, a little bigger loop this time around. Make a loop this way. So this is the S hook. This is the S hook. So how do I make the where I insert my cord on my chain? I'm going to use this multi-purpose plier. I use this side, so I'm going to this way, round and round and round. That's enough. You cut it off. Then you take your S hook. You make sure that you smoothing the edge of your wire. You insert it this way. So you now bend you make a loop at the edge of the hanger this way. Make a loop. So this is where your cord, your chain will enter, so that you'll be able to wear the bead. So this is what I did. This is what I did for the pendants. So thank you for watching this video. If this is your first time of seeing my video, kindly subscribe, comment, thumbs up and share. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.